Introducing our latest product range from Futuristic Solutions. We, here at Futuristic, worked hand in hand with the Fixit Corporation to provide an elegant solution to your secured storage needs. Our rigid storage range of products is 100% Pioneer approved. We guarantee to keep your most valued production items safe and secure. So enjoy your micro breaks with the knowledge that everything is fine. Our rigid range of storage products comes in large and smaller storage units. So rest assured, we got you. Rigid. Coming to an awesome shop in your quadrant real soon. Rigid.
FDS may not be held responsible for any damage, injury, or loss of life during the use of rigid products. Products not yet rated for the use in the Akija system.
Hey everybody, welcome to my creative world. We're going to be building a couple of blueprints, and in today's we're going to do a reinforced storage one. Just something to look cool, something to look interesting. You can use it for decoration, you can use it for actual storage. Let's have at it. I think this should be a good one. And I'm going to elevate this a little bit just to make my life easier. There we go. So the idea is to grab one of these beams, these guys, and just kind of wrap this around this guy. So, I've already got a very good idea in mind of how this should be, and I'll show you guys how I do this. So I'm gonna go like that. I think we'll start off with this kind of like metal color, and I'm only gonna do this quarter because to save time I'm actually gonna be duplicating it around the sides. So let's see, that's about level. I think I might actually go down a little bit with that one, so I want this to stick out. So it's gonna be like a cage going around this one. So I think this one we're actually gonna take out. So let's do the half one here. Take it out a notch, take this one out, and then from here I want to be about there. So let's get the same height going. So that's going to be the basis for the cage. Now the one thing is I need to get these corners to look nicely, so I'm going to use my old trick that I use on all of these kind of builds, is you want to move the snapping point out a little bit. So that's why you can see it's going to go across, so it's going to go like this. And the reason you want these snapping points to be up there is when you now nudge it up, it will form. There we go. So when you nudge it up, you can see you've got these perfect corners going now, and the reason they're perfect is because the snapping point in the center, and when you move the center to the edge of the beam, you'll get these perfect looking corners. Now the one thing you'll see is that it kind of like went all over the place, because strictly speaking, when you've got like this 45-degree angle, it doesn't actually want to go 45 degrees, but there's a little trick you can do to make it happen. So I'll show you on this one what that little trick is. So I'm gonna half nudge this out, and we're gonna do the same thing again. Freeform or diagonal will be fine, but let's stick with free. So once you go down here, if you press page down now, it will just go down diagonally. So page up back to where it was. Now if I press the right arrow, it will just go diagonally again. So it's kind of like stuck in that 45-degree angle. And the way to now move this down and right by half a nudge is hold Control in, and you want to press your right arrow key and your page down arrow key at the same time. And if I do this perfect, let's see, nailed it. Then you can move this down 45 degrees, otherwise it just does not want to do that. And then from here, what I also want to do is I want to rotate this guy like that, and let's give it its color. We're going to go with orange for now. I might change it to something else, kind of like maybe like an off-white or like a beige or something, like a dirty white. So I'm going to do this one. Let's see, there we go. Alright, now to get this 45 in here, sometimes it works quite nicely and sometimes it doesn't. And I'll show you guys the trick that I'm going to do. But first, let's save this bad boy. So the one trick that I want to show is if you struggle with this one here, what we need to basically do this again. But I want to show you the issue that you can run into. if you go down like this and you rotate it into position, it might or it might not work. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to hold control. I'm going to go right arrow and down at the same time. See, that's the problem. So when you get that problem, there's an easy way to fix this. So I'm going to say save, clear the blueprint maker, and I'm going to put this guy down here. So I'm not going to load the blueprint. I'm just going to place this guy in here. And what you want to do is you want to do the exact same thing. Alright, I want to get into position, and I'm just going to pop it out there. And then once I've got that one there, I'm going to delete the blueprint. I'm going to save this one. I'm just going to call this one. And the idea is that you can now spawn this blueprint, number one. I can just lock it down. And you can use that to nudge it into position. And the blueprint, because it's a blueprint, now has different properties. So it doesn't see it as that item. So if you make this a blueprint, it doesn't kind of inherit the same properties. So it's something new, which allows you to now nudge that into position. So I'm going to do the same on the bottom here. And then from here, I'm going to go there. Diagonal is fine, diagonal or free mode. Just going to push that out there. And now we can delete this. And I'm going to save this one as number 2. Put this one back in. Grab number 2, nudge it into position, and there you go. Easy peasy. Right, so now we've got the basic frame for this. So this looks pretty good already. What I want to do now is add something interesting in there. This guy. Because it's got a frame and it's got these kind of like danger paint on it. So I want to put this one in here. We'll put it there. I think I'm just going to do the one. Yeah, see, that already kind of looks interesting. It doesn't stick out either, so that's cool. All right, so we've got this guy in position, and I want to see what else we can do here. I want to see if I can add a light right there. So we grab a sign. Let's see, 4 meters. Yeah, 4 meters gonna work fine. I'm just gonna put it down here for now as a kind of like a placeholder. Delete all this. Delete. Actually, let's change the layout to that. Let's change this. Let's add a teal color in here. They tend to work quite nice for like signs or like neon signs or anything like that. So we'll do that one. See, it's already shining a little bit more. Right, and now we've got it for the future. Now, the thing to get it past there, so if you see, if we go here, that's obviously not going to work because the jump is just way too big. But there's an easy way to get around that. It's easy. Maybe it's a little tedious, but it's definitely easy. So let's add this guy in here. And what you want to do is you want to put this guy right there. And the reason we want this one is that if you take a catwalk now, we'll freely move along this edge, which means that we can now have a custom range of movement. So let's see if we squish this one back a little bit. We want it to go all the way back. So it's probably going to be like, so I start off, I just eyeball it. And then to get it to move into position, you can just place this guy on here. Make sure you place it on the catwalk and not on the pillar. And once it's on here, it doesn't have that little support section, that little foot. And did I just nail this on the first try? Like I said, I literally just eyeballed it. See, we might need to. There we go. So that's the height we want. Let's take this guy out. Let's take this one out now. And I'm gonna nudge this down. So that's pretty good. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's pretty decent. I think we'll try and work with that one. So I want to do the upright as well on the same level. So I'm just going to place this guy down here, and the reason I want him is so I can do this. Right, so we'll just... Why is there a difference now? Oh, right. Let's see. you know what, we should really do it off this pillar, because then I can do multiple directions off the pillar. So we might actually kind of change this a little bit. So I don't think this one's going to work as well now. Yeah, okay, so you see now we need to go forward now, and the difference is because I placed it down with that little support, that little, see that little leg thingy there. If you don't have the leg thing, it snaps to a different position. Right, but that's not a problem. That's why we've got the pillars down there. So we need to move this a little bit forward. So the way that I do this is, so the way I do this is you delete all of this. So since that one is on this distance, I want to now have a reference point. So I'm going to place that one down there, delete this guy, and I know that I need to move it forward about a couple of millimeters. So once you slide it on here, now you can use your reference in the back there, and you can kind of use that to guide yourself as you go forward. So let's see if this is going to be good. You want to remember to place this one down again, nudge it into position, or snap it in there and then nudge it into position and see if we are good. Alright, so this one looks very promising. So if I slide it on the edge here, you can see that I think this is pretty good. Yeah, I think that I'm happy with that. That looks fine. That's exactly what we wanted to do. Alright, so now that we have the position that we like, you can see this one is just nudged back a little bit and down a little bit. So that's what we want to work off. Now, the thing that you want to do is you want to preserve this custom position now. So I'm going to delete this one, delete the back one, and then basically just going to do 2 of those just in case I delete the one. So that's ones that that's a custom position. Now we need to get our upright here. So to do that, we should be able to just go like this. There we go. And nudge it into position. But so you see now we've got a problem of the custom position in the sense of the depth is right, but you can see now it's sticking out a little bit to the left and right. So inwards is fine, but now it's left and right, and we can easily fix that. So I just want to see how far it is. I'm moving it upwards so I can easily target it here when I want to delete it. So this one needs to now at this position move in and out. So we can do the same trick, but now just slightly or just on a different plane. So grab this guy, and what we want to do is we want to move back a certain amount. So I'm just going to eyeball it and go about that far back, and then grab one of these, put it on this new reference point, and we'll see if we went back far enough. So there you can see, so we went a bit, but not enough. So I'm just going to place this guy here, remove the original. So that's our new one. So we want to just move it back probably about 2/3 of that little bit sticking out there. So this guy here is our reference point. We can remove this one, and then from here we can slide this one out, and we can just kind of, like I would say, just eyeball it. And you can see now if I aim there, it will snap. But if I slide it along the beam, you can kind of get to a point where this might work exactly the way that you want it. So let's see, this one might be it. Okay, I can see this one's already a bit too far. So if we put this one down, remove the original one, you'll see it's there, but it's too far. So we need to go back a little bit. So get our reference point again, remove these guys, and we want to just go in a bit. So we want to go, it's pretty much flush now with the edge there, and we want to go, the amount that the top ones are sticking out, that's the amount we want to go in now. So I'm going to guess, looking at the top ones, probably be about that much. And then just repeat the same process again. Go across. I think we might have nailed it. Put that one in there and see. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I'm gonna just put this guy here. I just want to see if it's gonna stick out. All right, so to not have it stick out, I'm just gonna do 2 3 meters. So we can probably maybe do 1 3 meter. Yeah, 1 3 meter. Just gonna push it out here so I can give it a color. There we go. Close it down and just duplicate it. There we go, and delete that one, and delete that one, and there we go. Okay, so we got that in, so we're going to be duplicating on this side. So this quarter, this is going to be like a quarter of it. What I'm going to do is remove this guy, and I'm going to save, let's call this, now we can just do one. This is like my temporary one that I always use. Okay, and then load back the original one, which is that one. And then we're going to spawn this number 1 in. So this one will be a perfect fit for the other side. Let's just make sure that it's lined up correctly. It looks pretty good. Notches that cross. So we can save this one for now. But what I want to do is I want to load number 1 in. I just kind of want to change it around a little bit. You now need to get this guy on the other side, so spawn this blueprint rather. And I want to push it, I want to put it like that. So I'm going to do the opposite, which will allow me to now use this one as a snapping point and save myself a lot of trouble. So this should work perfectly fine. And it does. Now just go down into position. Same story with this one. This one might be slightly different. We'll see now. Oh no, it's perfect. Nice. Alright, take this one out. And we, just to minimize the item count, we're gonna take these out. And we're gonna save this as 2. Load up this one, and now spawn in number 2, which will pretty much be the mirror of the ones that we just did. There we go. Looks like it. And place this one down. There we go. Looks pretty good. I might actually change it to this. And then this one, I want to try and do something kind of like a gray. So almost like this. So we're going for like that kind of like sleek futuristic look. So I think this should be pretty good. There we go. What we'll do now is we'll do like a cross beam here. Actually, I want to do it on top edge because I want to preserve this little light here. And then this guy's going to go in the bottom. So we just need to go down one. That's perfect. So we'll do the same on the other side. Alright, so it's starting to take shape. Let's save progress. And what we want to do is I want to add some of these things in. So let's make this metal color, or just so it's uniform across the board. Alright, so the thing that I want to do is I want to add this guy to that edge there. I put this over here just so I get a snapping point. So we can go logistics. I'm going to put this on my hotbar actually. See that little black and yellow? I want that basically be in here a bit more. So we can do the exact same thing we did before. So let's see. So it needs to go in by quite a bit. And again, I'm just kind of winging it. So I don't think this will actually snap. Okay, so it doesn't snap to that one. Gonna have to do this. 3. There we go. Now we've got a snapping point. Oh wait, needs to turn. There we go. So let's see if this. Oh, that's pretty damn good. Let's put it in there and see what it's like. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. So I'm gonna have to do this side because I can't. Ah, there we go. Perfect. I got it. Make sure that's good. You also want to check it at distance, just to make sure it doesn't basically just despawn. Alright, so we've got these two now set on the sides, and we want to duplicate it on the back side. So what we want to do is, let's spawn it in, and then turn it around. And then what you want to do is you want to grab this guy. Come on. You'll see it's got a snapping point, so this is perfect for us. Move that across, and there we go. I didn't even notice it until now. So we'll leave it like that, that's fine. This one goes there. Perfect, and we don't need this guy anymore, so very easy way to use blueprints to duplicate it, because you know all the snapping points are on essentially like a grid. Right, so save this guy now. Right, so I want to experiment a little bit with the colors here, so let's go with black here. Oh yeah, I kind of like this black and white look, because there's another thing that I want to do to add in here, and it's going to be something that's going to help us customize this and just kind of like take it to the next level. So we want to grab a sign again. I know, big surprise. Do 3 meter. Let's just get a clean canvas to work with. There we go. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to add these little danger thingies onto that side. We can even add some text or something in there. But I need to open up, and the shortcut I'll have it available in the description as well. It's all the signs that we know that will work, and I want to go and copy a bunch. These signs you'll see is all of these guys, and what we want to do is we want to grab this one in, and I want this guy, delete the space, delete those. Okay, so there we go. And if I now copy these, you can see there you go, there's your little danger signs, or danger paint, or danger signs there. Alright, there we go. So this is what we want, but now I want to get it as close to kind of like this color and this color as we can. So this is it's not bad, but it's not 100% there yet. Okay, but the next thing we need to do is we now need to countersink it so that it's basically flush with this segment there, with that beam. So obviously we're gonna do this guy. We got it. Yeah, so that's what I was looking for. Nice and flush. We've got these little bits sticking out there, but there's nothing we can do about that. And now we can easily see how much darker we need to make this. We'll try 27, 27, 27, enter. Okay. That's pretty dang good. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this one. So what I'm going to do is, let's save this one out. And we're going to now double it. So we're going to make this one, we're going to use this big one. And the first thing we need to do is we need to basically cut this entire blueprint in half. Alright, so that's going to be the bottom bit. There we go. And I'm just going to say upper. Save. Alright, let's load the bottom one. Nudge this guy into position. I think that's it. And now we're going to spawn. So not load, but spawn in the upper. Just make sure that this guy's in position as well. Yeah, right above the light. Perfect. Put that one down. And just extend where you need to extend it. There we go. Now we've got a big one. So we just need to do the middle bit. Alright, so we got this nice little container now. And now we can save this one as... what did we call the other one? Storage small blue, okay. Alright, let's go have a look and see what they look like next to each other. So this guy is now 2 up, so just 2 down. Makes life a little easier. And 2 down. Oh, there we go. Alright, I think this is pretty good. I like the final product, comes out nicely. And just before we wrap up this video, I'd like to thank my patrons again. Your guys' continuous support is what allows me to do these kind of projects. Also, for anyone interested in my Patreon, you can check the link below. There is quite a bit of goodies available. And that's it for today's episode. Everybody, thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope everybody learned something. That's it from my side, and I'll see you on the next one.